I'm not one to brag all that much. I mean, I'm a little bit stuck up. I will be completely honest. I'm definitely a little. We can all admit it. But I absolutely look like the most fabulous rugby league content creator out there right now. And that's just undeniable because no one else looks this good in purple. Not even Cameron Smith. He played an entire career in purple. Billy Slater, Cooper Cronk, except for that little bit at the end that was really fun for me. But purple, I think it's my color. I know I wear green. I'm just saying it is round 17, Mark Hughes Foundation Beanie for Brain Cancer round. We are here. I'm actually just remembering now, and I'll make sure to set this up for the next stream. On Twitch, you can set up a donation thing that goes straight to a charity. So I did intend to do that for Beanie for Brain Cancer round, but I'll set that up for the Saturday stream, or Sunday stream, I believe it is. But I'm very, very happy to be here because it is Panthers versus Bulldogs. And if you approached this game a few weeks ago, you wouldn't think that there's all this much, going on here. Because Panthers were not really, they were languishing at the bottom of the ladder, but they've got consistent wins together now. And this is genuinely, I think, the game of the round. Canterbury, they're right up the top. They just keep doing what they're doing. They're good. But the Penrith Panthers are still the Penrith Panthers. Doesn't matter what season they've had so far. Given that they're starting to find it back, their players have gone off to Origin and now come back from it. This is the crunch time. This is a really, really big game for Penrith, particularly in the course of making the finals. But in terms of confidence for the Bulldogs in how they will consider themselves for the rest of this season, it is absolutely huge. I'm very happy to see you all here. By the way, there's a lot of you here already. You're keen for your Thursday Rugby League, and I do appreciate that. I will get into the teams, might as well. There haven't been any changes, but I will just refresh your memories. So, as you can see, I'm not one to promote, gambling or anything, but as you can see from the odds, they are very, very equal. But going through the teams, so it is as they were named on Tuesday. Penrith back line of Edwards, Jenkins, Tungo, McLean, and To'o versus a Canterbury back line of Tracy, Carraz, Sherry, Stephen Crichton against his former club, and Marcelo Montoya. The halves, Blaze Talangi and Nathan Cleary versus Matt Burton and Toby Sexton, who does retain his halfback jersey, but we will get on to Lachlan Galvin a bit later. And the forwards, Leota and Max King match up, as well as Lindsay Smith and Daniel Saluka for feeder. Hookers are Kenny and Marnie. Back row, Liam Martin, Viliami Kikau, Luke Garner, Jacob Preston, Isaiah Yeo, Bailey Hayward. But I will just say, just as a little extra bit of detail, number 17 there, Lachlan Galvin. That is the question. How does he get used today? Is it the same as how we saw him get used in his debut game for the Bulldogs? It won't be the same as it was last week, or the last game that he played. I believe that was last week, where he started in the halves, obviously. This will be something different. We'll see if this is a sign of things to come in terms of how Canterbury approach their side. So, Brent says, Leaguie, I took your advice and went to the game. Screw the state budget review. Yes, he DM'd me saying, should I go to the game or should I go to the my local branch of the Liberal Party's budget review? And I said, look, Phil Gould 100% would have voted Liberal and would have wanted you to go to this game. So that's the only logic that really matters to me personally. So George says, play relaxing music. Okay, is this music? I mean, the music, I know it looks very, very quiet right now, but there should be a nice little something playing in the background. For those of you who are, I guess, let's say, fanatics of my dog, Coco, I'm sure she'll, come in and out. But as I kept saying last stream, she's a free, independent woman. I can't make her stay here against her will. She'll come and go as she pleases. So we'll see. Landog says, you are repping the Cancer Foundation. Props to you for respecting that. I lost my grandmother to cancer, so this round means a lot. Love the commitment, Leaguie. I mean, this is not something that deserves any, praise, me wearing this beanie. It's not a big deal or anything. When a game like Rugby League gets around a cause like this for such a long period of time and stays so truly, genuinely committed to it, it's the least you could do as a big fan of the game to get around it as well. And plus, the beanies are great. Like, this purple, I'll center the logo a bit more. I know that they come out with kind of his and hers versions, but the hers versions are always so much nicer. The alternative is like, this gray one. No pom-pom either. I want my pom-pom. Maybe I'm a little bit extravagant. could be fruity, but I like the pom-pom, okay? That's the be-all and end-all. So yes, absolutely representing everything that stands for. But there's a lot of other content creators who are doing even more than me. Lavender Bash is one I would want to shout out. I think it's this week. If it's not this week, it's in the upcoming weeks. Is walking from Newcastle down to Sydney with a group of people to raise money for brain cancer. And it's definitely inspired me to think about what I could do for next year with my own platform. So yes, it's great. And I'll say any donations that you're going to give me today, if you were going to, give them to the Mark Hughes Foundation instead. Those people can use it. I'll commit to doing this. The donations that I get today, I'll donate to the Mark Hughes Foundation. But obviously, filtering it through YouTube, it gets diminished a bit. So do it yourselves. But I will donate what I get today, and for next week as well, because I think it's a really, really good cause. So, yeah. Katzen says, another day, another opportunity to play the Panthers anthem. It is an opportunity, but your boys are going to have to get the job done first. Otherwise, it'll be that Bulldogs one. I didn't line them up, actually, beforehand. Normally, when there's just one game, I do, so I can get that one going. But yes. Oh, and I have to set up the poll on Twitch. I forgot to do that just before starting. So I will do that one. But I'm curious to see what you guys have gone with in terms of voting on the poll, because it's a really tough game to predict to me. I'd tip the Doggies when forced to make a decision, but it's reluctant. I'm not confident whatsoever on either one of them. I do want to say earlier I missed this, but Reckless Ollie on Twitch said, "Hi, how are you? Great vid earlier, by the way. Thank you." Yeah, it was a weird one. I'm glad to see the reaction, because it would have been really embarrassing if it was just me that kind of felt like this year's Origin series was off. But it's just come from me, like, you know, basically having big periods of downtime and thinking about it and thinking, why? And it's not just one reason. As I said in the video, it's like a big combination of things, whether you're a blue or a maroon. But this year is a weird one. It is a weird one. What I will say is, whatever side wins it in a couple of Wednesdays' time, it's not going to matter to them. They're going to feel like it was as heartfelt an Origin as ever before. So, Dean has donated $3 and said, "Here's your first payment for the song." Well, that's $3 that will go to the Mark Hughes Foundation. I will say that. But yes, he's made a song out of clips of me talking in these live streams, which is, firstly, I want to say very impressive, because there's background music. So I don't know how he dealt with all of that. But anyway, it goes unbelievably hard. You should absolutely check out, if you're on my Discord. I mean, if you're not, you definitely should be. But if you are, check out the link that he sent earlier today, because it is really, really good. So yes, the other thing that's very cool today, and I'm not sure if Smart Guy is here yet, but he has developed a timer, a clock that syncs up with the clock that's on NRL.com that I can display on the screen. Now, today's going to be the first time I'm trying that out. Initially, I'm not going to. I'm just going to do it normally. He's tried it before and it's worked for him. I'm not completely confident that it's worked for me yet, but I can't test it until a game is actually on. So I'll see how it goes, and if it does start working, then I will put it up on the screen. So we'll see. Smart Guy is an extremely smart guy. It's not a lie. He is what he says on the tin. So that's why I always say, he's the greatest. He's the best. Reactbot, hello. Hope you're doing well. I think Smart Guy's a legend.
I'd rather listen to the NRL's official highlights than that.
Well, okay, he doesn't like his creator. That's all right. That's fine. So the poll, 58% over on YouTube. The Panthers are going to win this one. On Twitch, we've only had one vote so far, and it has been for the Bulldogs. I did just put up the poll, in fairness. The boys look good in their beanies. Yeah, like the purple ones just look heaps better. They always do. They always do. Hello, Tiger. Wagwan, Tiger Man. Sorry, I forgot to say that lately. You like me saying that, don't you? Katzen says, I met my high school ex today. Her first words were, "You've regressed." Man, I was crushed. Jesus Christ, "you've regressed" is outstandingly absurd. How on earth? That's diabolical. That is...
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the dressing gate off! Get
That were absolute diabolical. Damn. Okay, so as always, I'll tell you when they kick off on my screen so that you can sync up with me. I'll just try to set up that timer thing, just in case. It wasn't working for me before, but I'm gonna try anyway. Lara has the news on Nathan Cleary. What's the news on Nathan Cleary? All right, we are set to go. There's the kickoff. If you do want to sync up with me, Combank looking a little bit more full than it has for Penrith games in the past. That's nice, given that it's a Thursday. Always a very, very tough time start. We've got a whistle already. Saluka, no, he's saying he's good. He's saying he's good. Whistle was blown. He's saying he's completely sweet. I don't think the independent doctor will really care all that much about whether he says he's sweet or not. Yeah, he didn't drop off all that badly. Look, I don't completely mind the referee playing it safe. Okay, doesn't look like the timer is working, but I will set that up for next time if I can. Dean has donated another $3. Says feel free feeding the Leaguie, Dean and the caffeine. That is the song. That is the song, and that'll go to brain cancer research. So yes. Absolutely. And Saluka goes off for the independent doctor. Yeah, as I said, I didn't think it was really going to matter whether or not he gave the thumbs up. He did. It was a weird one. The wobbles were there, but it wasn't, the worst case I've seen, certainly. So, yeah. Chickawee says Dylan is Mr. Clean now. Am I? What I will say is, and this is, not my thinking whatsoever, but this beanie does do very, very well to hide the current state of my hair. Which is long, very Beatles, which for those of you who know my music taste should be a good thing, but I don't necessarily think they have the best taste in hair necessarily. So that'll be remedied tomorrow. Just listening to Lara Pitt. Okay, so no goal kicking for him. It does, as a New South Wales fan, it frustrates me that if he's not 100%, Penrith are playing him, but Penrith are in that position where they have to. 6 more here for the Penrith Panthers. Get a chance to do that. I always like doing that 6 again animation. Even though it doesn't really serve any functional benefit, it's just nice to have different colours on the screen every now and then, No goal kicking for Nathan Cleary. No, yeah. So Paul Alamotti, I'd imagine, would be the man who takes over there. If Paul Alamotti was playing, which he's not. As I said that, I was like, wait, is he even playing? So who's going to goal kick? Edwards? Has he? I think Dylan Edwards has goal kicked in the past. Somebody gives it out to Hayward. Sexton is the man I'm watching very, very closely. I just get the feeling that next season there's going to be decks that are shuffled and he's going to end up without a spot. Marty, yeah, it's exact same as well. I do think he'll find a spot a little bit more easily, though. So Hayward gives it out to Sexton. Burton will kick across field, trying to find Kiraz. It's a heavy kick. And Jacob will just die with it. So nothing wrong with that. That's all good. Edwards can kick, says Ollie. I imagine telling him might as well. Yeah, I seem to remember Edwards kicking, so. Up the Milk says, first and only game I'm supporting Penrith. Yes, well, what you got to do, to support your own team, the depths you've got to go to. I've even wanted South Sydney to win matches before. That's how desperate times have been at different stages. So 6.98, I'm on. I did think if tonight is like a tremendous stream, and just like the most mind-blowingly good stream, and everyone here who is watching and isn't subscribed on YouTube does subscribe, we could get to 7K while I'm live. It could happen. It's not that far-fetched. So, exposing Leaguie hater says, no one has hated you lately, so my job is on hold. They have. they so have. Just not necessarily all publicly through the forum of making YouTube videos, but definitely received a lot of stuff in comment sections lately. But yeah, it's all part of the job, really. So my total takes a run up to the 30. It's not a bad set for Canterbury to be early on here, but as I said in the mid-season thing, there are times at which I feel that Canterbury could have gone to higher levels, and this is a game where if they can put away another premiership threat, and I do believe Penrith still are that, it's really good for them. I do want to say I just missed out on this earlier. CKI Matt, thank you for the follow on Twitch, as well as Taka earlier, who I missed out on, who will come up in a moment. There you go. Sorry, missed out on that, but thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. Very much so. So Jenkins with a run, another very, very improved player this year. I thought coming to this preseason he was just, you know, going to be one of these guys who sort of pops into the NRL, plays a few games and you forget about, but he's doing very well. Cleary with a big kick there. So, okay, he can kick. It was nearly a 30-30. We don't have those, but if we did, it would have been. As Tracy grabs across the field. Chickawee, if you want me to read your last comment, just put it in again. Ready Steady Action says, I'm a subscriber. Well, thank you, citizen. I do appreciate that. You're one of the 6.98k already. Landog says, who remembers his potential is higher than that? Haven't heard anyone say it in a while. I still have that file on my computer. Outstanding Leaguie lore. Kick out down near the sideline. Does well to stay in the field. He's got a tendency to play center sometimes. As Kiraz was very, very close to the sideline. Oh, okay. Sportsman has rebranded to F1 Yapper. Not bad. I like that. I like that. Nice. Chikawi's watching iShow Speed. Great. I mean, I'm nowhere near as animated as that dude is, but that's intentional. Catch there from Brian Toto. Kiraz on him, a man who many Doggies fans think should be in the New South Wales Blues side, but yeah, I think Brian Toto is one of the great wingers. At least one of the great wingers. So yeah. Lancaster says, this is cooked. Can't find my AirPods, so I have to run this on my PC to listen with my headset and watch it on my phone with sound off to comment. That is cooked. That is a violation of your human rights. In my opinion, I'd seek legal counsel for that. Absolutely, I would. Oh, ball bounces horribly for the Dogs. They've still got one more tackle here. Jeez, so... Kicking on the fourth, get the ball back. There's a 3-on-3. Talangi kicks through. McLean was nearly there. And he gets into it with Stephen Crichton. I've said on a couple of occasions that I think Casey McLean reminds me of a young Stephen Crichton in many ways, before Critter's body really, filled out. So seeing them go up against each other today as well is another really, really good matchup. It was a kick from Talangi. It's set up really nicely. Really, really nicely. George, MHS stands for Mark Hughes Foundation. They do brilliant brain cancer research. It's the NRL get around it every year. I would very much recommend looking them up and contributing what you can to them, because it's a great initiative, for sure. So the short dropout was retained by the Bulldogs there. It has, I mean, we're getting it back a little bit to a more healthy mix, I would say, of short and long, but that one was short. And they draw a penalty, so that compounds the error there, as I think Cooper Cronk just said. I love it when I say something and then I hear them say it, and I feel the need to explain that I didn't just say it because they said it, and I actually thought of it before hearing it. So, regardless. Lou, thank you for the follow on Twitch. And Nomerous. Twitch is going off. But every now and then there's just one of those Twitch streams that pops off completely. We've got 57 viewers over there now. Oh, we've just hit 600 followers on Twitch. I had no idea. Well, thank you, Nom. You've just got me up to 600. Massively appreciated. Geez, 1K is not all that far away, when you think about it. That's insane. Cosmic, hello. Just make sure you're not spamming, brother. International Rugby League. The International Rugby League? Says Tom Jenkins underrated. I need to see who this International Rugby League is. Is it actually the International Rugby League? I do appreciate anyone who gets around that. Chickawee says the Trial Mitchell or Critter. Stephen Crichton's the best center in the world. So Sexton's got the ball here. they ruled 6 more, and Canterbury were throwing it around so as if it was the last. Ready, steady, action. I follow the Roosters. I do. So Canterbury with a really good opportunity here to set up camp down the Penrith end. The good teams in this competition, well, if they don't score, get a repeat set. Bird kicks on the first. Well, they get a repeat set. That's not the way I sort of envisaged that, but anyway. Landog says, so should we do it? Oh, spam chat. Don't, guys, come on. Be nice. Don't make me. I'll put them up. I'll put them rules up. I'll look what you made me do. You can't really read them all that well on this background, actually. Look what you made me do. No, it's okay. You're not in that much trouble yet. You will be eventually, but not yet. So Penrith goes short as well. It's either knocked forwards by Penrith or backwards by Canterbury. And Fossey's right here. That is a long dropout. That's probably longer than most long dropouts would be. Cosmic says 2018 Latrell or Critter. Still Critter, I think. 2018 Latrell was very, very good, but no, I'm not just going to pick 18 Latrell because he was a Rooster. He had... Stephen Crichton has consistency Latrell Mitchell never really had at centre. You look at his try scoring in the 2019 season, it's incredible. It's all in clumps. He scored in like 6 or 7 different games only, but was one of the top try scorers in the comp because he'd score 2 or 3 at a time. So... Lancaster says, kicking for a repeat set on first shows Galva balls on the way. He only needs to be on the bench to influence the play. They kick on the short side. Edwards has got that, though, in goal of the New South Wales fullback, and we'll take it back to the 20. Lucky Kurt Catewell's not around to call him an egghead. If you've watched my latest video, you'll understand that reference. I was just thinking, can I make that reference? Is the video out? Yes, no, it is out. Ollie says, at the Leaguie, good reassurance from last time that I am one of the good rabbits. Good to know you can deal with some of us. Oh, I can deal with all of you. Bring it. Bring in the entire borough. All 17 people that actually sit in that bay. Come to me, bro. Come, give me the smoke. No, I'm not as hostile a Roosters fan as other Roosters fans. That's the thing. I don't think love of one club is contingent on hate of another. Although I don't like the Rabbitohs. Tungo now, so is playing centre again. He's been moved around a little bit this season. He hasn't quite found a home, but couldn't find Brian Toto outside him. Dean, I understood that reference. Ollie says challenge accepted. Hey, I'll take the engagement. What you want to have 20 Rabbitohs fans putting green and red colors in this? I'm fine. Put it in the chat. Just don't spam, but, put it in the chat. Ready, steady, action. Who do you want to win today? I mean, it would benefit me if the Dogs won. I think Dogs, even though I do like the Raiders, and so there's advantage in the Dogs not winning. Penrith are going to be right in there with my Roosters in terms of the race for the final. So them losing would be beneficial to me. Kick out. Oh, a bit of a wayward pass. Toto's all over Kiraz. Does well to recover and get an offload, actually. Sherry one-on-one with Cleary. Jeez. Sherry nearly got away. Cleary did pretty well there. But that made something decent out of a terrible play. Lancaster says, this will be so interesting. The reports are the Dogs' defense system was developed by Serrano at Penrith, so nobody will be better for exploiting it than Cleary. Tonight we see the blueprint. That is true, but it's also been true in years gone by that Penrith have been able to consistently beat the Dogs. But yes, Serrano absolutely the defensive architect there at the Panthers. They all say it. See Phantom, Coco's around. She'll be around. She might want to come in. She might not. That's okay. She's an independent woman. Alex says, if the Chooks had their home games in Lincoln, they'd go bankrupt. Well, that's probably a good reason why we didn't make a decision to go out and do that then, like the Rabbitohs did. Just saying. So Cleary, short ball there for Luke Garner. Dean says, can you confirm your statements to be sarcastic at the end of the last stream? What were my statements at the end of the last stream? I don't remember the things I say. Oh, good catch there, Tracy. Is he claiming high contact? Yeah. Jenkins is not Chickens is not having any of it, but Stephen Crichton was not very happy. I thought it was high, to be honest. Oh, we've got a first clip for the night. Great. Thank you, Ollie. It definitely didn't look good here. It looks worse on the replay that I actually first saw, really. No, he's okay. Opinions on the Raiders apparently signing Clifford. I somehow hoped that they'd get someone different, someone better, if they wanted a proper veteran halfback, but there's not really anyone out there. I think Daly Cherry Evans, ironically, is a really good match for them, but I don't think he's prepared to move down to Canberra, because who'd want to live in Canberra? I guess, despite me personally loving it there. But anyway, he'd be a really good fit. But if not him, I want to say Burton's through. I should comment on this. Oh, his foot was on the touchline. Oh, just about. Just about. Burton's not happy with it, but no, his foot was definitely over the sideline. Yeah. Clifford's probably as good a signing as they can make. Oh, then I was lying. I said I'd go for Manly. Yeah, sure. That was a lie. That was a lie. I did think it would be really, really funny if the Roosters weren't actually my team. And I'm still going to reveal who I support at 10K. And that was all a ruse. Anyway. Now a penalty as well. Why is the Bulldogs stepped into the touchline? Says George. I don't think he meant to do it. I don't think he meant to, but he did. Canterbury caught offside there. Yo's not very happy here. Yeah, the Penrith captain having words. 8-1, thank you for the follow over there on Twitch, as well as Skid Marks and lolololol. And Taylor Dog earlier as well. It's flying on Twitch. It's flying. Let's go. Up the Milk says, I'd love to sign Sexton for a year or two, then let him go to Perth. To be fair, that you know, I think that'd be better even than Clifford. Maybe Sexton's looking for something longer term, but that would make a lot of sense. So I'm not too sure. So score still 0-0 after 16 minutes have gone already. 6 again. So both sides have had attacking opportunities here. Let's see what Penrith do with this one. Cleary. At the back to Edwards. All those numbers. Goes inside. He's got space in front of him. Tracy, great tackle there. That is saved to try. Connor Tracy. Kenny gives it out to Cleary. Keeps it going through the hands. Yo's got it. Offloads back to Cleary. Numbers out there. McLean gets it one-on-one with Stephen Crichton. Oh, nearly got away from Stephen Crichton. Jeez, Penrith they're looking good here. Cleary steps around, gets tackled eventually. Try and coming, it certainly feels like it. Now out to Isaiah Yeo. Their ball playing out to the left here. Edwards, they tackle Tongo. No, gets an offload to Brian Toto. Ball hits the ground, not ruled a knock on. One more to go here. Penrith are certainly asking questions. Kenny out to Cleary. Keeps it through the hands. Garner offload. Talangi, surely they score here. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a tackle. Connor Tracy, in that set, put together 2 try savers, but that one was even better than the other.
He's everywhere, bro.
It was going to score for your life, Blaze Talangi. Look at that. And to not let him roll over, Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy, holy. That's a great player. Jesus. That was such a clutch tackle. That was such a clutch tackle. Damn. Hello, Luella. Switch says, Leaguie, can you grab the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit? I don't know I know who Lamar Jackson is as Canterbury draw a penalty. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with it. You want me to go like that? Oh, Jesus Christ. My whole setup's gonna... Okay. Lamar Jackson. Ah, now it's all... Yeah, there's my hand. Okay, I think we're good. We've got a center... There we go. I hope that was what you wanted. If it's not, I can't really be bothered to do it all again. Oh, cover the camera. Cover the camera. Like that. Yeah. And then grab, like, this would be great if I understood what a Lamar Jackson edit was. Hayward out the back to Toby Sexton. Good enough? Okay, I'll take it. You can splice it maybe with the other one. Do some editing magic. Ball cards free for Tracy. They're calling knock on Penrith. They're going to get knock on Penrith. The camera's a little bit wonky here. Yeah. There we go. That's a bit better. Lamar James? Who's Lamar James? I don't know a Lamar James. I know Lamar Jackson. I know LeBron James. I know James Tedesco. I know Lamar from GTA 5. But I don't know Lamar James. Edit out at halftime. Okay, cool. Ollie, yes, I do have a name for the new gaming channel. It's actually, it's on YouTube already. But for the purposes of its growth, I would rather you go over to it when I officially announce it. So I will keep it. Great, it's nothing special. Yeah, so yeah. Drop the link. You all want me to drop the link, damn it. I genuinely don't know what it would do for a channel to just have a bunch of subscribers and no videos straight up. That's my only concern. We'll see. We'll see. It's yeah. Wait, Such wasn't recording? Surely you can just go back and screen record, right? So set out to the right here, the Bulldogs. Hayward finds... Is that Harry Hayes underneath? Yeah, it is. He's a big, big boy. Now out to Sex. I'll talk through this set and then we can talk about the gaming thing. Burton in a dummy half on the fourth. Or dummies, goes himself. He'll get over the line. He won't get onto it, though. Field goal, should they? Someone other than Lancaster is suggesting a field goal. What is going on here? Thoughts on Bullymore making a Morose debut? If you've ever seen me stream a Seagulls game, you know how much I love Bullymore. He'd go a million miles an hour. I would love to see that. Kick out with it on the last. Oh, they didn't. They risked to run the ball there, and they nearly scored the try. Nearly got there. Not really, to be fair. Actually, Penrith had that covered. I'm just quoting Phil Gould at Rugby League Live 3. Why is the Bulldogs got changeover? Because they ran out of tackles. So the channel is called Leaguie Games or Leaguie Gaming. I should know. It is called Leaguie Games. Can I can drop the link in the chat. You know, this is an experiment. Let's say it's an experiment of how it will go. But there is, I'm going to release a video on it in the not too distant future. Pretty much my next main channel video will be simultaneous with a video on that channel. So Bulldogs get a challenge here, a penalty for crowding ruck interference. So there's the link over on YouTube. I'll put it on Twitch as well. They're going to win this challenge here, the Dogs. Yeah. So it's not... That's an interesting one. It's not that the Dogs didn't do anything wrong. It's that the Panthers did something wrong first. Crichton says thank you. I love that. Stephen Crichton saying thank you for the successful challenge. Subscriber 4. Luella was subscriber 4. Nice. I was subscriber 1. Two of my mates were 2 and 3. So Luella gets to be number 4. thank you all for subscribing to it if you have. As I say, there'll be a video out on it in the not too distant future. It's pretty much the next thing I'm working on. So, yes, but I've gone with blue and green for that channel. So, yeah, Leaguie cast, for anyone who was wondering, is just, it's not gonna, I'm not calling it dead. I'm not going to delete it or anything, but it's just going to be dormant for the time being. I'll probably come back to it when I have more resources to properly do it, you know? But now they're back to Tracy. They've got numbers here. Stephen Crichton is close to the sideline. Jeez, the surface, look how much is dug up there. Tracy now Sexton. What's the ruling? Sideline. He was in touch. It was in touch. Jeez. Yeah, we could see that. McLean's up and about with it. Crichton can't believe it. Oh my god. Crichton couldn't believe it because he wasn't the one in touch. Marcelo Montoya. Bro, Doggies fans are not the biggest Montoya enthusiasts. That's not going to help. Daly says, who's winning? 0-0. Still 0-0 after 23 minutes. It's kind of crazy. Well, thank you all for subscribing to it. Yeah, I can... At halftime, I'll talk through sort of my plans with it. So, yeah. 3K on Kiraz first try. Fingers crossed. If you've put $3,000 on that, it's a bit more than fingers crossed. It's Father, Son, Holy Spirit, like just the whole shebang. You are Allah, Buddha. You've got to pray to all of them. Zeus, like, you know what? Just cover your bases, bro. You need all the luck you could get. Cosmic says, I like the new banner. Thank you. Is it not pretty much the same as the other one, but just slightly different words? But yes. Landdog says, Leaguie, why do you degrade yourself by saying, oh, analysis or gaming nobody asked for? Because nearly 7K people asked for your analysis. Not trying to impose, but maybe rethink the slogan. So yeah, much love. Yeah, thank you for that. It's just, that was the breath in which it started. It was analysis nobody asked for. Nobody asked for it. I just kind of did it. And I think it's funny. I like a little bit of self-deprecation. But yeah, I don't use the slogan all that much. I don't say analysis nobody asked for. So it's, yeah, I think it's a bit more, like, if anyone wants to be like, who does this guy think he is? I can literally just point to analysis nobody asked for. So yeah. What kind of camera do you use? Literally my iPhone. Always have. Sorry, Cosmic. I'm acknowledging you. You said Papa. Great. Ball hits the ground. Jenkins has got it. Here. So both sides are... Somehow they're both looking really good. They're both looking really lively, really active with the ball, but neither of them are scoring. And now a penalty. And they've both got their fair share of opportunities. Piggybacks up and down the field. But yeah. Reddy said he says DC or Munster. As in, who would I put in the halves with Tom Dearden? I'm currently going Munster for sure. DC is not having a great year, unfortunately. Is self-deprecating legal? Yes, Dean, it's legal. It's legal. It's actually Article 35 2C1 of the Constitution. I'm pretty sure. You can look that up for yourselves. Do your own research. Hansel, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Kito says, bro, the Leaguie doesn't love me anymore. I thought I was your smoochy poo. What do you mean? I don't love you anymore. Am I not? Am I not acknowledging you? Sorry, it's not intentional. Damn, no, don't be injured. Do not be injured. Please don't be injured from a Blues perspective. Oh, is defecating yourself legal? That's a different thing. That's a very... I mean, it's still legal. That's Article 36 of the Constitution, but a very different thing. Not what I meant. TCE or MC Hammer. I've always been more of an enthusiast of Kool and the Gang, but the fact is you can touch DC and you can't touch MC Hammer. Penrith get a penalty right in front. It's William and Kickout who gives it away. I think they'll go 2 here. You would think they will go 2. Chet Townsend or Nathan Cleary, Drew Hutchison. It's got to be Drew Hutchison. They're going to take the 2. Rapbot, they're taking the 2. What do you think of that decision?
Your analysis just hit harder than a big hit from the back row.
Yeah, that's on me. I've framed that question wrong. I like the decision to take the 2 react, but what do you think?
I'd rather be stuck in a stadium with a Manly fan than hear that take again.
Okay. Well, he definitely knows ball more than Nathan Cleary does. Maine says, have you made a constitution for the ABC Kids channel Parliament cabinet? Did I commit to making a constitution? I put together a cabinet. I then said I'd make it into a short, which I just haven't got around to doing, and I now can't remember what stream it was on anyway. I was never going to write a constitution. Was I? Cosmic says, the Leaguie doesn't love any of us anymore. He loves us for views. And not for our strange minds and our cult-making capabilities. He loves us no more. He lost his potential. Anyway, love you, boo. Some of you guys, man. Some of you guys. Dylan Edwards from in front gets the conversion over. Well, not the conversion. It's a penalty goal, isn't it? So it takes us from 0-0 to 2-0 Penrith. 12.5 to go. Keita says, who's a better winger, me or Dominic Young from Blues perspective? And not a Rooster, because I am the best winger in my little league, scoring 7 tries in the whole season. Well, Dominic Young is not eligible for the Blues. But given, between you guys, I mean, you both have advantages against each other, for sure. He looks a lot better without his shirt on. Well, when it's ripped anyway. But Keto, you might be on him in terms of potential. You might be. Okay, thank you, Maid Stallion. So Liam Henry with a run from the kickoff. C Fanta says, when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for us mere cartoon characters to smash the aerial cords that bind us to our screen prisons. Is that going to be in the Constitution? Is that the idea? Who do you think is the best player on the Broncos? Says Broncos. Payne Haas. Payne Haas is the best forward in the world. For sure. There's an exposing Leaguie games. Main Stallion, I feel like that's you. You're the kind of person. You're the kind of person who do that. Surely. You guys are quick, bro. You guys, that's insane. What, that took no less than like 15, 20 minutes? Damn. Cosmic says, Legman, who was your first kiss? Not to flex or anything, and I don't have my sunglasses here because it'd be really cool if I did. I don't remember. I was very, very young. I do not remember a first specific time, which is a little sad to be honest. But anyway, so Burton, he's got the ball. It's on the last here. He plays it. Oh, sorry, no, that's the fourth. They changed the tackle count quite early. So now this will be last. I was thinking him being tackled in his own end on the last isn't great. He'll kick here, gets the ball. That's a big boot. That's a really big boot. Yeah, they needed that. That was not, not the best set out of their own end. Edwards has done well to get it and get up to about 32 out. Excuse me. But a great kick. A great kick. So, yeah, Keto. That message, we want COC. That's, I don't think that means what you think it means. That is all I can say. The best player at the Cowboys is Dearden, and the best player at the Bulldogs is Stephen Crichton. I can actually answer these questions because the next video I'm doing expressly requires ranking all those players. So, and it did actually, there was, so it involved me ranking the best 25 players in the league, and all but 2 clubs were represented in my top 25 players. So the salary cap, it's working, bro. Tracy nearly gets away from Isaac Togo there. Did well to get away from a few. 2-0. Now inside 10 minutes left in this first half here. Yeah, just checking the timer thing is still... Oh, hang on. It looks like it is working. It's not quite synced up to me. I'm trying to... Okay, I'll have a go at this at half time. Okay, Burton kicks it, hoists it right up in the air. Toto was up. Toto got a very, very good catch on that one. He's not the tallest winger, but he did very, very well. Keto really wants Coco. Maybe at halftime I'll get her. Maybe. McLean is having a great game or isn't having a great game or ain't having a great game. Keto, I understand. I get it. Leaguie, if you care about us, then make a short about this comment, about that. But you know how long it takes to make a short? It's a very deceptive name for a form of content. It's not short. I care about you. I do not care that much. Straight up. You at least would want your content creators to be honest with you. That's all I can say there, as terms of redeeming features. Lancaster says, yeah, crazed kick chase into cracked defense into insane counterattack. Penrith are back. 5 on the trot are coming. They won 3-peat, got a dynasty with a 4 on it. Now we need a new word. Yeah, what can we call it? 5-peat just isn't. It's not. Doesn't work. We're too far removed from 3-peat. Crichton did a little bit of space. They didn't have too much support back on the inside. Exposing Leaguie Games is here. It says, I'll be exposing your new channel. There's no content on it yet. I haven't even made a video. I've recorded about 3, but I haven't even released a video on it. Chill. Beautiful pass there. Bulldogs are about to be in. Jacob Preston, he's there. And they do get a try. The first try of this game comes to the away side, the ladder leading Canterbury-Bankstown Bulldogs. And it wasn't out of much. But Reed Marnie, he's a man whose future is under some threat at the Dogs, but at a dummy half did good. Someone lost 3K. This is why you don't bet, kids. Sexton back inside to Connor Tracy. So it's a 7 to the 1. Beautiful offload there to the 9. So that's everyone except for Matt Burton in the spine that gets together there. And then beautiful pass to the supporting back rower, Jacob Preston, who's just, ever since coming into the Bulldogs side a couple of years ago, has gone from strength to strength. What a player he is. Keto says, when are you getting a haircut and can I come? I'm getting one tomorrow, probably. And I don't know if I would it be wise for my own personal safety to bring my dog and have you be there? I think you might steal her. You can hear the Bulldogs chant go up out there at CommBank. Damn. DJ Trump, okay, great name, says, as the president of America, I do not approve betting 3K on the first try. I wouldn't know Trump to be the kind of guy to discourage gambling, given that he owned a casino. But sure, we can go over that. Stephen Crichton to kick from pretty much right in front with 5 minutes, 40 seconds left. Gets it easy. So the Doggies lead 6 points to 2. The only side to score a try so far in this game. It's been a cagey one. C Phantom says, if the Panthers win again this year, I move that we call it either the high five or we call it the NRL script writers need more material. I like the high five. I like that. You can picture like Cleary trying to get a big ring on his thumb to do those ones. I'm not entertaining that, Cosmic. Main says, Leaguie, the Exposing Leaguie Games channel. It's not me, bro. I'm turning the Saving the Leaguie channel into my own gaming channel. Okay, if it's not you, I believe you. I don't know if I should believe you, but I believe you. Out of, the goodness of my own heart. I want to see what Exposing Leaguie Games comes up with if I don't post anything. So kick out with a good run there. Gets an offload to Kurt Mann, Queensland Origin representative now. And out to Preston. So now there's 5 minutes left to go in this half. Would be really interesting if Dogs got another one on the board in terms of how Penrith respond to that just before halftime. Exposing Leaguie Games says, Leaguie, the second your first video drops, I'll expose it instantly. It's just like a channel intro. It's so innocent as well. But I'll talk more about it at halftime because I do have some plans. Hugger Cactus says, watch, Bulldogs will lose and Canberra will do the Canberra thing and lose to the Knights. Because I can't have happiness. Well, when your username is Hugger Cactus, then yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you can't find that much happiness in your life, you know? We've come back around on the polls. Now 52% think the Doggies will win. 4 minutes left to go. Isaiah Papali'i with a run up to just shy of the 40. They kick it here on the last. Clear it from inside the 40. Oh, it's angled very well. That was, if that wasn't covered there by Connor Tracy, I believe it was, that's a 40-20 for sure. He got the angle really well. Who do you think will win? I do think Bulldogs will win. That's who I tipped coming into this game. Not by much, though. Kito, I do not believe that that's your cat. Not for a second. You ain't fooling me, brother. You ain't fooling me. I know. Oldest trick in the book. Because you could just use the backspace button. Oh my god, guys. Oh. Did you hear that? You can't actually see her. Now you can. She's worried that I'm just ignoring her now. Yeah, I can do this. This is fine. This works. Chuck the feet up. Yeah, no, this is chill. There was a Coco. Yeah, the Cokes, they love you, Coco. They do. They adore the Cokes. Oh, look at that. Nah, she's the goat. She's straight up the goat. There's another dog in our neighborhood called Coco, and they are just the best of friends. They saw each other today, so she's very happy. So Penrith with an opportunity here. I've never been so far away from the screen that I'm watching it on. It's really, really small. It's almost hard to tell what's going on. I could, though, see the almost knock on there from Isaiah Papali'i. So Penrith have an opportunity here to equalise and potentially even take the lead, but it's been intercepted. As they ruled knock on dogs? Yes, they have. They have. I agree with that call. For sure. We've got another follower on Twitch. Ruby, is that, as I said earlier, very far from my screen right now because I've got a dog. You can literally see there. She's put her paw on my hand. Just there. And legally speaking, I am a law student. You're not allowed to move. When a dog does that, you become the property of the dog and you're not allowed to leave. She's actually just reinforcing her grip there. She's got me. Look at that. So, Coach, you're gonna let me stream? You're gonna let me get back and watch the game? The dogs are literally playing right now. This is a little bit, yeah, you're against your own kind here. Beautiful pass back there to Leaguie. McLean got it. Crichton was in front of him. It's on the second. Chinks back into the middle of the field. Can't quite get there. A minute and 15 seconds left to go in this first half, though. And it's been knocked on. It's been knocked on by the Panthers. Look at the dogs get around that one. They are very, very happy with that. Cokes, what are your thoughts? She just had a good old sniff of it and then looked at me like, what do you want me to do? Now I do have to go back here because we've got a captain's challenge. We've got a captain's challenge, people. It's a very interesting one at this late stage of the first half. Harvest a Gamer, thank you for the follow. Why are you guys Aussies commenting in Russian? So having a look. This will be successful. Penrith will get a penalty, and for the last minute of this first half, Panthers will be attacking. No, I don't think you take the two. I don't believe in the two in this case. Aussie, what is that? It's not even, oh, it's not showing on my YouTube because I'm on top chat, yeah. Now this says, if I donate $50, will you shave your head? No. Pretty much. I'd appreciate the money. I'd donate it to the Mark Hughes Foundation. But no, I quite like my hair. Oh, it looks terrible now because it's been under a beanie. Put that right back on. So now out to Nathan Cleary. Talangi, he's close, but Tracy's done it again. He's done it again. Jesus, they're embracing him. Connor Tracy, man. What a player he has turned into in recent years. My God. Look at him. He's sprinting across right now. Bang. Ball comes free. He has saved 2 tries in this first half. Connor Tracy, man. What a first half from him. $1,000 to shave my head. That I would do. That I would do, for sure. Cosmic says, if the Roosters win, it will be so Sigma. Ohio goated with a sauce. But if Penrith win, it will be so skibbity. And I will phantom tax my own life. Awful. That's like the worst thing I've ever had to read. Awful. C Phantom says we demand Coco emotes. I only get 5 emote slots. It's not much. I'd give you a lot more, but I only get 5. Ozzy, I cannot be bothered in the slightest to copy and paste that into Google Translate. I am so sorry. Damn. I was going to go get Cokes in the first half. Sorry, at halftime. Coco. Yeah. Hello. Raiders on top. Says Lane Dog. Are they? Bulldogs do seem to be winning this one, I will say. No, we can't, Cosmo, we can't get rid of Bizarro Leaguie. Bizarro Leaguie is absolutely iconic. Can't get rid of it. Okay. I'll switch to this one. Yeah. So, League games. I didn't intend to talk about it at all today, but I can may as well do it as a bit of a soft launch to see what you guys think. So basically, hey, let's see how many subscribers it's on now. How many did that little shout out? It went from 3 to 19. That is insane. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to be doing Rugby League 26 content on it. My plan for it is, I was going to do a club career mode at first, but I think a player career mode is more engaging. So I am going to do a player career mode series. The question is, what should that player be? Who should that player be? It'll be a custom-made player, not a real-life player. Sorry, I'm just seeing a bunch of players drop stuff on Fox League. Yeah. In terms of identity of the player, I'm very open to any suggestions. Feel free to, go onto my Discord. We've got a suggestions area. Let me know if you have any ideas. Any ideas as well on like what club to start in. Is it good if I'm straight into an NRL system and coming through, or should I come through like a Queensland Cup side or like the North Sydney Bears or something? I think that could be kind of iconic too, and have to earn an NRL contract. That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to do a pro teams series. Now, it's going to be centered around one player. This is based on a series. For those of you who watch The Sidemen, I used to watch Mini Minter a lot back in the day, and he did a great series in FIFA Ultimate Team around legend card Zinedine Zidane. And he had all these different rules around it, and like he had to fulfill certain challenges to like upgrade the side and stuff. I'm going to be doing all of that. I won't say who the player is because that's a bit of an announcement in itself. But I do have a plan for that. I'm also not completely decided, so I don't want to go back on it. And then I will supplement that with like challenge videos. So like I put the youngest team in Rugby League 26, or the oldest team, or the shortest team, or whatever you can come up with. So there's that. But once that is done with, well, at least once I've done it for a while, I'm definitely going to play other games. And I've got a mate who's rather into gaming himself, who's given me many suggestions. I would love to do, this is maybe more my vintage than yours, but there was a gaming company called Telltale who made these brilliant choose your own path games. Like they're very cinematic. It's like watching an interactive movie. And I used to adore watching those live streams and series on YouTube with my favorite YouTubers playing the Telltale games. So I'll probably do that. I think that could be very, very cool. If any of you guys know the Telltale games, let me know if you'd appreciate that idea. But there's a heap. There's a heap of cool ones. Cosmic says you're going to do a road to glory. In pro teams, I will certainly do something where I have a team and I'm building it up. But it's going to be subject to certain rules and challenges that I have to do as well. I want to find a way to make it interesting, you know? So, Lendo says, start at Raiders, finish at Roosters, and be yourself. It's a bit self-centered for me to be the Leaguie, isn't it? Or, well, I'd be the Leaguie. I wouldn't be Dylan Jogru. First name the. But I think it'd be cool if we come up with like a persona that we could all kind of get around. So, yeah. I'm just having a read of these comments. How long have you had your beautiful dog for? About 10 years now. She can't figure out why I'm looking at her. Dallas says, yes, do that content. C-Fader says, I have an idea for the ultimate NRL 26 challenge. Try to win a premiership as the Gold Coast Titans. That would be a video. Like, where I would just, like, simulate for as long as I can as the Titans until I win. Or, you know, or the Tigers or something like that. So, yeah. It's definitely not going to be Sewer Man. That would just alienate half of my Discord if I were to do that. So, Luella, yes, you're very eagle-eyed. I did swap those two jerseys around. I wanted to give the Dutch one a bit more prominence. Okay, yeah. So no, I think you guys seem to be relatively supportive of that. Coco's owner as a persona. I love the rhyming. I do love the rhyming. Yes. Okay. It is a girl. It is a girl. Coco is a girl. Now, yes, I will say Tiger Walker is in the UK. For those of you who don't know, Big Boy. I'm not sure where he is. He'd definitely say that my character should be called Big Boy. The other thing is actually I forgot to mention the position of the player. Pretty much it's down to one of two, either fullback or halfback, I think. Which would you prefer? If you care, type either HB or FB in the chat. And let me know. Lancaster says, you know, if Trump wants to do it real good, he'll carry out regime change at the ARL. Well, he'll just overthrow Peter V'landys. What he will do is bomb NRL HQ just outside your small park. And then say... We've had... Oh my god, I forgot to do a sermon introduction for this game. I was going to. We've had the most successful operation ever seen. Bombing Moore Park. If Peter V'landys cares about his people, he will stand down. He will give up. Make the NRL great again. That's it. My Trump impersonation has been better in years gone by. No doubt about it. No doubt about it at all. All I can really do is just, you speak at the front of your mouth. That's pretty much Trump. So, it's like, my impersonation is like Trump's more feminine younger brother. I think that's what I sound like, more than Trump himself. So yeah. I'm on a hit list now. I am not on a hit list. What are you... If I could have had like a blood effect, I would have got demonetized, but it would have been really funny. And definitely worth it. Coco would have been just absolutely bricking it though. She's very protective. No. That blocks her off more. She's in a very awkward position for me. There you go. That's okay, but now I need to be like off here. Brianna says, yeah, I forgot that your dog's name was Coco. I know in one of the other live streams I was in, I heard you say your dog's name, but I forgot. I'm sorry. I will never forgive you. No, it's completely fine. Completely fine. I do have to put the microphone there though, so she's just in an unfortunate spot. Aren't you, Cokes? You should come here. You should come here. Come on, Coco. Oh no, she's just looking at me. DJ Trump says, I'm going to get him to nuke you. You're literally... Are you not Trump? You said you were. Daddy says, fullback. He's on my short-lived legacy. 5'8" says Lead Dog. Hugger Cactus says front rower. 5'8", yeah, halfback. One said CB, centre back. Great. Yeah, no, I do think fullback is probably the way to go. The only thing is I'm less active in defense, but then like it'd be kind of really funny, I think, as well for content, if a player breaks through the line and I just cannot tackle them. I like completely fail. I think that'd be good. Cosby says, now your player is Waterboy. There's already a Waterboy in NRL content creation. That can't be a Waterboy. Ollie thinks halfback is best. I've done a play career mode as a 5'8" before, and it was fun. But also as a fullback as well, and I think that was a bit more fun. So anyway. Lendo says, leg boy, can't tackle anyway. Stop trying so hard. I'm not trying whatsoever. I definitely can't tackle. I don't know if I made a successful tackle in this Sport Shed charity match. I didn't get the ball, so I didn't make a run. That I do know. I was basically out there. Are you just bullying me? I can't tackle and out. Leaguie is slow. You've never seen me run. CFA just says, oh, here we go. I knew it was a fullback before anyone else. People are coming up to me, lots of people, and they're telling me, sir, you would be the best fullback we've ever seen. Believe me. Did you see, by the way? I mean, I want to say, I don't want to get political, but I basically already have been in previous streams. The Aventus squad. The whole thing where like they were in the White House just there to visit him because they were told they had to be there, and then he turns around and asks them if they'd let a transgender athlete play in their team, and they're all just looking around awkwardly. Luella, the florally sheets have always been there. I just tend to stuff them to the side, but then people are like, make your bed. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll put the sheets on the bed. I know it's not very well made, but well, it was, but then I had to clear space for Coco. Aussie, I'm maintaining the fact I'm not translating that. I don't care what it says. It could say anything. I can't be bothered. Yeah. Hey, Daddy, I can help you with that. Actually, well, I probably can't. I didn't really do it the right way. People at your school can help you with that. Cosmic says, Leaguie, you're going to be forever Berto for New South Wales. Doesn't matter who you play for. I'm going to be Berto for New South Wales? What does that even mean? Brianna says, Leaguie, if we can not talk about Trump, I don't think it's something to talk about Trump online. Everyone has their opinions on him, but he isn't something to talk about online, especially what he is doing. I mean, I'm not going into any policy stuff or anything. He's a public figure. I just find... things like that, when it concerns, you know, sports seem like events is kind of funny to remark on. So yeah. Oh, forever the 18th man. I understand. That's. I do know back in Rugby League Live 3, you like just always got picked for rep teams by default. So it was kind of funny. Like, I think it was in 4 as well, because I was a fullback at Manly and I was getting picked over Tom Trbojevic, despite being like 75 overall. So it was a bit weird. Hopefully they fix that up. But anyway. I think it would be kind of iconic if I started as a player of like a club like Newtown or North Sydney Bears in the New South Wales Cup. I think that's hilarious. And then NRL deals come along at the end of the season. Then he says, I have a new Blues Cup, like the McDonald's Cups. That's cool. Okay. Galaxy says also the dogs are on tonight. Oh, as well as love the beanie. Well, thank you for the beanie, love. I was saying this earlier for those of you who have only just arrived. They always make like his and hers versions. The hers versions are so much nicer. The male one, I mean, I'm assuming it's grey. It doesn't have a pom-pom. I want my pom-pom, bro. I want to be able to do this when I'm bored. That's what matters. That's what life is for. It's what makes life worth living. So, yeah, definitely go in the purple one. Dogs are on tonight for sure, but I think Penrith are equally up to this contest. Both sides have somehow looked really good in attack and been vibrant and threatened but we've only had one try. Connor Tracy, wow. Just wow. What a player he's become. Done an absolutely fantastic job. Look at that, Roosters in 5th. Love a bye week. Love a bye. I'm just so chilled watching the NRL this week. 5th place? Hey, we cooking. Who's excited for the Origin? Hopefully my video got some people excited, because I sort of ended it with a bit of a call to action. But anyway. Archie, I support the Sydney Roosters. Hello, Chickawee. Galaxy says, I think Panthers are getting quite frustrated. Lol. Well, I'd be getting frustrated if I played like that for a whole half and didn't come away with any points. But we'll see. Okay. Second half time. The clock is still not working for me. I'll try something here. Okay, I know chat's not on screen. You're just going to have to bear with me for a sec. Because the software does seem to be working. Alan John, thank you. So it's kind of... It looks like it all should be working, which is a good sign. Hopefully what it means is that for the next stream, I can get it all up and running, because it looks really, really good. So yes. Okay. So Bulldogs kick on the 4th, inside the 40. It's angled well, but Jenkins is there. Stormfest says, what's good, everyone? My AFL team is getting trashed, so I came over to watch this. Who's your AFL team? Does anyone know how St Kilda are doing? I have a mate who follows St Kilda. So I'm always kind of curious to see their scores, but I have neglected to look at how they're doing this season. Will you do live gaming streams, says Luella? Yes. Pretty much all the content that I make in terms of gaming, I see no reason to not do it live. And then I just edit the live streams afterwards. So why not? 100%. I go for the I can't pronounce that place name of that team. I don't know what it is, but the R in it, I can't. I don't know. Is it just me? I always say Carlton. Carlton. The Carlton. Carlton. The Carlton Blues. It's that R sound. I just always call them Carlton. Carlton. Okay, anyway. Now you've seen that. Lancaster said, I feel like starting some real beef. Hey, Queenslanders. Hi, Thurston. You guys only focus on Origin because none of your teams can win a premiership, despite having large catchment areas. And you're the only ones who ever said Origin was dead after losing a few series. Queensland spirit is a myth, and pick and stick only happens when you can field a team of Hall of Famers. No one's biting just yet. But I like that. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Yeah, look, I know how it should be pronounced, Carlton, but I just can't. It's such an effort for me to accentuate that. Like when you're talking in just regular sentence, I would never be talking. Let's say the word Carlton. Carlton. I'm not like slowing or anything. Carlton. It's really weird. It's just my mix of accents. I can say Carlton very well, but I'm not pronouncing the R. Carlton. I think Carlton Blues sounds cooler anyway. So, Carlton is a much cooler place than Carlton. Carlton. So, Cleary, deep ball here to Blaze Talangi. Panthers, they won't want to let the clock tick away too much. Obviously, they're only 4 points down. It's not a huge deal, but there does come a point where you do get pretty frustrated that 2/3 of the game, 3/4 of the game are gone, and you have yet to score. So Cleary puts a kick in. Voss just said pole position there for all you Formula 1 fans. Ball comes out the back. Harry Hayes, are they going to rule knock on Hayes? Hand over. Okay. You had it. You said it proper. I can't. Now even that time, I had to really focus, like really stop. Jeez, that ball could fly out the back from Kiraz. Lendog, okay, but we're talking about trouble. I won't bother too much with that. I'll let you guys discuss that. Darcinator says, I'm a Tigers fan that loves Leaguie on the Tigers games, but does anyone else get pissed off by him in Origin, especially as I'm a Maroons fan? I love him in both, and I'm not a Tigers fan. So, yeah. No, I think he is who he is. I think he really is quite unashamed, and I don't mind that. It's good entertainment, it's good value, and particularly in the Origin arena, it's fun. Seafander says, I'd like to remind New South Wales, the Origin wouldn't have existed if the Blues hadn't stolen all our best players. They were reluctant to give us those players out of fear we would actually be able to beat them. Blues fans are forever wimps and spineless bastards who think VB is an attractive beverage. We are Tuies now. We were VB, we're Tuies. Now, we were Tuies at the beginning, to be fair. But no, New South Wales didn't steal your best players. They came to the New South Wales Rugby League because it was a higher standing competition. Objectively, there was far more to be had by playing in the New South Wales competition, just because you guys couldn't put together a decent comp, pretty much. So I've got so many more NRL teams than you guys as well. The strong foundations have come through all the way up until today. Just saying. Tuies is even worse. Now that's a bannable offense. I don't even drink alcohol. I've never had a Tuies, but I'm getting filled with rage right now. Kick in from Cleary. Underneath it is, a ton of Tracy who was hit hard there by Isaac Tonga. Got away from a couple of them. We got a whistle off for held. Okay, no big deal. Stormfan says, also, you know what, Blues fans? I went to State of Origin at the MCG, and gee whiz, the Blues fans were on more crack than an Essendon supporter. That is truly something Queensland only lost because of the stage. Jesus. They must have all been from Newcastle. That's the only possibility. You would not find that where I live in the good areas of the Sutherland Shire of Sydney. You wouldn't get that. Cosmic, I really do appreciate that, your efforts to help me say it, but I would also still say Karl Stefanovic. I know that there are forms of Australian accent that would say Karl Stefanovic, or even like hang on the A a bit more so you emphasize the R, but I read that name and it's Karl Stefanovic. Or as it would actually be pronounced Stefanovic, but anyway, Stefanovic is the way he pronounces it. No, that's right. How you say it is right. Carlton? Is that right? Carlton? I do love your effort that you go to. Karl Stefanovic. Carlton. That's the same. Karl Stefanovic. Carlton. I don't know. Anyway, I would much rather be saying Parramatta or Canterbury-Bankstown. How about we give them some? I did it? Did I do it? No, it's Charleston. Oh, okay. Carlton. Calton. No R. Calton. I've regressed. Oh, big hit there, Brian Toto on Connor Tracy. Toto on Tracy. Tracy's had an absolutely outstanding game. There had to be a moment when he comes back down to earth. Hello, Archie. Hello. Then Dog says, hate Broncos, hate Penrith, hate Knights, hate Storms so much. And don't even get me started on 2019 Roosters. Hate the Roosters so much. Does that entertain you, Brianna? I hate them all up the green machine. Yes, mate. Just the most hateful individual. Nothing wrong with that. Ah. Whew. Okay. Hey, League, guess what? Das Verdania. Moskva. How do they say St. Petersburg? I doubt it would be like St. Petersburg, but in a Russian accent. Anyway. Who do you think is going to win? I do think Bulldogs. I tip them pre-match. Dylan Edwards with the ball. It's a 3-on-none. Gets the ball out to Tungo. Back into Toto. That was a beautiful pass from Isaac Tungo. Did very, very well there. One more to go. The Panthers play that sound effect. Charge down. Knocked on. Oh, that's desperately unlucky. That is desperately unlucky, but it's the correct call. It's the correct call. It was a charge down for the Bulldogs, and then Isaiah Yo's knocked it on and trying to regather it. Desperately unlucky. Oh, good, Cosmic. No worries. Lancaster says, Origin refereeing is a Russian psyop to make Queensland think they matter as anything but farmland. Classic flyover country. I love the energy you're putting into this. Come on, people, engage. If you're a Queenslander, defend your oath. Defend your spirit. Where is the Queensland spirit? Stephen Crichton with the ball. Oh, now to Tracy, nearly intercepted by Jenkins. Holy, Montoya got about 20 meters, but geez, Jenkins was nearly there. Nearly. Stormfan says you should make footy tipping vids. AFL creators get a large amount of their views from that. It's probably the main reason why AFL YouTubers are better. I have heard that before, and I know that there's a lot of people who get a lot of views just by making tipping vids. I just don't like. So many people do it, and it's not that it's like cheap content because there's analysis that goes into it, but it's like purely just my opinion. I don't know. I like to have an underlying, a bit more depth to my content, which is it's hard to say that without just sounding dismissive of all that. All that other content has a place, so clearly the fact people watch it means it's popular, but I'll leave that to them, at least for the time being, and focus on my sort of more project type stuff. So yeah, see, I'm not in it for the views. Otherwise I'd just be like, do you know what? Hey, boys, trust me. Listen, trust me now. The Bulldogs gonna win this game by so many points, and you're all gonna get so much money by tipping with me. That's what I'd say. That's an exact replica of what I'd be like if I was inclined to go that direction. But I'm not. So I'm not. The accent was not relevant to the persona. I just kind of slipped into that. I'm nearly at 7k subs. Yeah, I needed a big stream today to hit 7k subs. I know I'm close. How close? We're up to 21 now over at Leaguie Games. That's great. Oh, we're very close. We're 7 away. We're only 7 away? Okay, well, hold up. We are 7 away. We've got 22 people watching on YouTube and 39 on Twitch. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you have an opportunity here to see a creator in a major milestone live. We've got about half an hour left of this live stream. Look at how much is left in the game. 7 subscribers in half an hour? I don't even need 7 from just you guys. I need fewer than that because there'll be some that are currently watching the video that I made today that will subscribe. So yeah. Main Sally just says something there in Dutch, saying that he's kidnapped Coco. I'm gonna say that's not true, given that I don't mean to be dismissive of you, but like that's her ass right there. Oh, Cleary steps in, is in space. Oh, went to put a kick in. Preston got him. 2 more left here. Good work, Nathan Cleary. Kenny out of dummy half. Pass to Talangi. There's numbers out there. They keep it through the hands. Quick to Brian Toto. Burton's coming across. And they did well to get Brian Toto. No, he's got 3. Jeez, he got about 10 post-contact meters there that he shouldn't have got. Now out to Nathan Cleary. Puts a big kick across field here. Underneath it is Stephen Crichton, but also Jacob Kiraz. Oh, sorry, Marcelo Montoya. And Montoya is the one who gets it. I'll put in another... I can actually pin the link to Leaguie Games. Might as well, because some of you would have missed that earlier. On YouTube and on Twitch. But as I say, no videos on it yet. There will be one soon. So yes. Ozzy says, Leaguie, you want Queenslanders to defend themselves? Yes, I do. Not in Russian, though. You could be saying anything. Absolutely. I could currently be harboring communicated coded messages. Oh my god, charge down Nathan Cleary. He's got it. He's got it and he's gone. Nathan Cleary has a way of being involved in moments. I don't want to hype it up too much. I know it gets hyped up a lot, but
the Iceman cometh.
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. His Panthers needed him and will take the lead here. There was a charge down earlier the other way, but on Matt Burton, his former halves partner, it wasn't even the arms, it was the torso. I did very, very well to sprint forward and get that bounce that was moving away from him. Excuse me. Oh, that was good. Danny says, I don't think we're talking about Galvin enough. Has he even come on the field yet? Maybe he'll come on now. It was a charge down by Nathan Cleary, Joshua, on a Matt Burton kick. Got the bounce, score the try, kick to come. C Phantom says, Queensland was named after Queen Victoria. The name oozes for more aura than the name New South Wales does. I'll admit, New South Wales is a weird name. Super weird. But for you, your entire state to be named after the concept of a monarchy, of being a subject of a foreign ruler, that's a bit cuck. That's super. That is just lie down, take me straight up. So. Plus, the Queen's dead. It should be Kingsland now. It should absolutely be Kingsland. Shoelace? I'll play Shoelace.
Don't miss it. I'm trying out, firstly.
Kurt Catlin may or may not have caught him in Egghead yet. I don't know if you've seen the video.
Hey, Clutch!
Edwards has got it though. I will say, in this game so far, all the kicks have been very easy. 8 points to 6. Okay. Anyone for this narrative? No more tries are scored in this game. We're getting to the last 5 minutes. Matt Burton kicks a 2-point field goal for the Doggies, taking us to Golden Point. In Golden Point, the fact that it prolongs the stream gives us enough time to hit 7,000 subscribers. Then I don't really care who wins for that point. I just want 7,000 subscribers straight up. I'm just pure self-interest, just selfish, objectively. I gotta keep an eye on that number though. Oh my god, we're 1 away. We are 1 away? Are you serious? We are 1 away. I'm looking at 6,999. That's very cool. Although I do like 7,500 as a milestone, but 7k is pretty cool. Nearly there. Cosmic, I'm not completely sure. I have got 429 in the last 28 days. I can tell you. Big kick there by Nathan Cleary. Underneath it is Tracy. Oh, knock on there, Liam Martin. Are they going to rule play on here? But it's going to be no try. I don't mind Grant Atkins having a look. I don't mind him having a look. Why not? Give it a look. I'm refreshing the page. Main Stallion, Land Dog, you're not nice people. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I want to see, is there a way I can, I can do this. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, yeah, boy. Let's go. If I refresh it, it's definitely going to be below that. No, it's not. Let's go. Yeah. Hell yes. Well, we didn't even... Wow, okay, that was interesting. We didn't even need extra time. We barely... That happened so quickly. Well, thank you. Oh, that's... to hit 7k, I did not think that would happen so soon. And, geez, 7k at this point in the year? We should do 10k by the end of the year, yeah? Surely, if I get my act together, make some good quality content, why not? We can do 10k, and then you'll finally get the reveal that I follow the Sydney Roosters. Refresh again, check again. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm at 6,998 now, but that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. I got 7. I've got the photographic evidence. Sorry, I know whenever I move the microphone, you guys can hear it, but I keep bumping it, and I have to put it back in position. Okay. 22 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in this game. The gap is 2 points. But, I mean, it would have been pretty early to go for it. But he had the ball there from outside the 40. Could have gone for, oh, big hit over the top of Toto. And they've picked him up. They're driving it towards the sideline. Interesting one. Yeah, close to that corner there. Get 10k subs, dive onto your setup. Like, physically just, like, yoink myself into it. Is that what we're saying? Hello, Mr. SV. How has the GAN been so far? The GAN? Who's the GAN? EGAN? There's no EGAN. You've caused Leaguie.exe to stop responding there. Straight up. Thank you for the celebrations, Luella. Hello, exposing Leaguie Games. Yes, I'm doing well. How are you doing? What are you plotting? So Tracy hit hard, but gets the ball away. Kiraz takes it up to nearly the 40. In fact, over the 40 now. So that's a good place to start their set for the Bulldogs. They haven't really had much attacking opportunity in this second half, must be said. Lendog says, yay, 7... Oh, what's that number? 7 TK? I think that... Is it? No, that's 700,000. It was hard to see how many zeros. It's very small. 700,000 subs. I always knew you could get to 7 million. 700k. I thought it was 700k. Kiraz knocks on. That's big. That's big. It is a good point Andrew Voss makes. When Penrith score next and convert, that's huge in the context of this game. Yeah, that's a bad one from Kiraz. I mean, it was the pass itself from kick-out was not necessary, but yeah. Steve Feder says Bulldogs are washed. I'd rather be saying Penrith are personally. I don't mind Bulldogs winning the comp this year. Is Critter on Biz's edge tonight? No, he's not. He's not. They are dead set refusing to pass to Galvin. Oh, he is on the field. I mean this in sincerity. I did not realize he was on the field yet. Straight up, had not the foggiest. Not even the slightest clue. How long has he been out there? I'm just looking on NRL.com. He's been out there for 9 minutes. I've 9 minutes and I have not seen him. Archie says, can you live stream the Broncos game? I am live streaming again later this week. On Sunday. Not the other days, unfortunately, I can't. But Sunday I will. He's been out there for 9 minutes. Jeez, I know, Zuch. You're telling me. He's been out there. Bro's been playing that rugby league. Yo, to Lindsay Smith, ball comes free. Ball comes free. Bulldogs get away with on there. It was a tackle by Lachlan Galvin. It was. He's done a thing. He's done a thing. Everybody. I mean, I wouldn't be the one to say it, but
this is superhuman. This is unbelievable.
I see a tackle like that, and I'm like,
You can take me now. I've seen it all.
I will stop that eventually because there comes a point where it becomes so sarcastic that I'm just bullying this child, which is not good. But it's. I hope it's all in good fun. I certainly intend it that way. Yeah. Seafader says New South Wales is full of nothing but arrogant, self-focused narcissists who seem to think they control the whole country. Okay, hold up. That's a bit far removed from origin slander, is it not? That's pretty personal. You guys are all bastards. Like, just the most tremendously terrible people I have ever met and will ever meet. We do run the whole country, though. Offload on the sideline there. Kiraz has touched the sideline there. It was going to be Penrith ball anyway, but it'll be Penrith ball further upfield. And now you get the sense that the Dogs are the side that are becoming a bit frustrated here. Lendog says the beanie's looking hella sexy. It is. It looks absolutely fantabulous. Updebook says actually ACT runs the country. Actually, in terms of state of origin, ACT comes under New South Wales. Roasted. Straight up. Facts and logic. Right there. I'm gonna say I'm 75% sure that that's true. So I've taken a bit of a gamble there by saying roasted with facts and logic, but I think it's true. Was Whiten? I don't think he's a Canberra local. Anyway. Momney says, actually the Prime Minister of Australia runs the country. Yeah, and where's the Prime Minister of Australia from? Just saying. Biatch. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Victoria is best? Okay, no one invited you, bro. Who's this guy? Who does this guy... Who does this guy think he is?
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the drifting edge off! Get him off the field! That was diabolical! That was absolute diabolical!
Bulldogs. And they have 16 and a half minutes to get the lead of this game back, and they are at the wrong end of the field. Up the book says, I hate New South Wales, but Victoria, really? This might be the rooster in me, but I saw Victoria, really? I thought it said Victor Radley. Just looking at the shapes of the words at first glance, I was like, I hate New South Wales, but Victor Radley. That's an odd exception to make if you were going to not hate one New South Welshman. Sexton, out here to Burton. They had numbers out there, but couldn't go through their hands. I think, what was the question? Was it about being which grand final was more cinematic? 2023 had more moments in it, so I'd say that. But the best moment was the... You know what? It's probably still the field goal for the Cowboys, but yeah. Oh my god, live tomorrow at 4 a.m. Juventus versus Manchester City on Fox League. Well, that I will sure be getting up for. Can't wait to get up at 4 a.m. No, I'm not going to be getting up at 4 a.m. to be abundantly clear. Abundantly clear. Katsu says ACT is made up onzin, which is nonsense in Dutch. ACT is not made up. You're made up. There. I live in the ACT. So on the 4th, they get an offload here. Lindsay Smith will find Isaiah at the back. Cleary, now for Isaac Tongo. They have... Penrith have not been afraid to shift the ball, but Canterbury have generally been very up to it. So they'll kick it here on the last. Cleary puts it up. Tracy will be the man underneath it. It is being chased through. Oh, I thought that might be penalty Penrith on Liam Martin. Someone asked thoughts on the NBA final. It was tough to watch. I'm not a Pacers fan or anything, but I was definitely Pacers bandwagoning. I'm a Bulls fan. And actually not because of Michael Jordan, by the way. That's just sort of a happy coincidence. I'm a Bulls fan because I got drafted to the Bulls in a NBA 2K player career mode. But yeah, it was disappointing with that Game 7 being so hyped that we kind of got robbed of a good competition with Halliburton being ruled out so early. TJ McConnell did a good job to do whatever he could. Oh, that was an awful pass from the Bulldogs there. Let's play on. Yeah. They won't put Jenkins over the sideline. McLean will just hit it up. Yeah, we were robbed of a good contest there, but people are saying, like, you know, this will always be a tainted championship. It's not going to be. We're not going to remember that Halliburton did his Achilles or whatever it was. Oh, intercept Bailey Hayward. I will focus on this. It's not Josh Gideon's why I support the Bulls. It's a lot earlier than that, I promise you. Burton it through the line. You get the sense Bulldogs are up and about a little bit here. Okay, here we go. Curran with it. Hayward with the ball. Now at the back to Preston. Short ball. Oh no, that was Preston. I swear I just saw Preston pass to Preston. It was Galvin passing to Preston. Now Galvin's with it. It's a 3-on-2. Sherry can't get away from Brian To'o. Storm fan, I ain't even getting started on the 2019 Grand Final. I don't have the breath for that right now. I'll make a video on it one day. Galvin kicks across field. Critter underneath it. Picks it out the air. Still the last. Sexton gets tackled with it. They fired a good shot, though. They fired a good shot, and it's kind of the first time that they've done it in this game. Sorry, in this half. KD is better than Michael Jordan. Okay, bro. KD is very good. But Michael Jordan. There's greatness there. Exposing Leaguie games. I know what you're playing at. Cosmic says, now the most cinematic moment in a grand final is the Andrew Fafita try. I disagree. I personally think the most cinematic moment in a grand final of all time was when the ball was charged down in the 2019 grand final. I think it was by CSO Leola, and it hit Travis Toomer's head. That was heaps funny. So I'd say that. Yeah, if you put that in slow motion, put Ave Maria over the top of it, jeez, that'd make a great short. Brilliant short. I did see that KD got traded. I'm going to try and focus on NRL rather than NBA. Because my NBA knowledge is not all that extensive, to be honest. I do follow it for sure, but I'm not anywhere near as equipped to talk about it as some other guys are. But anyway, we've got 11 minutes left of this game, so let's focus on that. Yeah, okay, Lendog. Okay, it's going to be called something like the biggest NRL grand final lie or misconception or something. Yeah. 29 minutes, Lendog mad. Makes me heaps happy. Suck it. Tracy out to Crichton. Puts a kick in on the fourth. It's being chased by Montoya. Oh, he gets there for a second one. It's still in the field. It's still... Oh! Jesus. I thought Montoya did a great job there to keep the ball in field, but it was just a bit too heavy. That was Mark Nawangani-Tawase, that was. It was bouncing towards the side. Sockers it through again. That would have been incredible. Crichton was chasing it, just needed a better bounce. Well, to be fair, he probably wasn't going to get there anyway. Damn. Who's the better, Crichton, Angus, or Stephen? Stephen. Only slightly, and I can only confidently answer that because as I've said a few times, my next video expressly involves ranking players, so I have done that. Okay. Up the Milk's been pretty calm and composed. I appreciate that. All right, inside 10 minutes left to go now. Here on the fourth. Cleary with the ball. At the back to Edwards. It's 2-on-1 here. Tungo takes it himself. See, isn't it funny? I can pronounce Nawangani-Tawase easily, but Carlton cannot. Kick here from Cleary. Crichton gets high up in the air of Isaiah Papali. He does well. Does very, very well. Sea Phantom says, I would rather live in New South Wales and permanently change allegiance to the Blues before I ever consider living in Victoria. I love that we've been able to find common ground in hatred for Victoria. King Jibby, thank you for the follow, as well as JF earlier, who I missed. Da Boss, J-Pop, Radley 33K, Kara, B8M. How many? 617. We were below 600 at the start of this stream. This one's gone nuts. Hell yes. Oh, Bailey Edward nearly got a 40-20 there. Jenkins could not get away. Good tackle there from Harry Hayes. That was a very good tackle, actually. Dylan Edwards, their Bulldogs seem to be back quite a long way. Okay, Lendog. Okay, I see you. I want to see a 2-point field goal. What did I say when there were 22 minutes to go or something? No more tries in this game. 5 minutes to go. Matt Burton hits a 2-point field goal. That is what I said. I'm pretty sure. Stormfan says, my mate who moved to the Northern Rivers learned that the locals there, while from New South Wales, go for the Maroons. They're the only good New South Wales guys. Awful traitors. No. Now I'm just playing with you, Cosmic. You're finna make me crash out. What's wrong with saying Carlton? Burton. Oh, that pass was a bit... That was a bit Bailey wayward. I'm trademarking that, by the way. If a pass is wayward, we say that the pass is a bit Bailey Hayward. That could be a thing. That's proper Australian slang. Luella says, Leaguie, I can't say Carlton. Also, Leaguie says it perfectly every time. Carlton. 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 Calton. Now I'm just saying it to rile people up. Guys, I think we upset Storm fan. I think we might owe him an apology here, people. I think he's a bit upset. And Money just says, I'm a Collingwood Magpies fan. Great. Are you a Western Suburbs Magpies fan? That's the Magpie I like. Brian Toto with a good run. Now up to Dylan Edwards on only the third, so it might take a 2-point field goal, to be honest. Maybe my prediction's a bit on the money here. Jesus Christ, is that the time already? 9:26, mental. Oof. Cleary back inside to Edwards. Talangi gets tackled. Here on the last. Cosmic. Cleary will kick across field here. Tracy's underneath it. Oh, tackled in the air potentially? No. All good, both contesting it, says Grant Atkins. Dogs need something. Penrith are handling this really, really well in terms of field possession. Dogs are going nowhere. Yeah, I know, Cosmic, I know. Oh. Okay, it's Dead Magpie. Yeah, I remember you, Dead Magpie. Cosmic says, I got a kiss. You did. Okay, Bulldogs. On the fourth, to get to the 40, they need to conjure something pretty special up here, to be fair. They're spreading it. Tracy gives it out to Crichton. Oh, ball comes free. It's forward. It's forward. It was probably worthwhile doing. He's beating himself up about it. They're going to challenge? No, we stopped the clock. Oh, it's Tom Jenkins. So this gives Canterbury an opportunity to kind of set for the rest of this game. Is the curse continuing? The Canterbury not being able to beat Penrith curse. So Tracy got it to Stephen Crichton, and yeah, it was a very, very late offload. They kind of had to do it though. I think with 5 minutes to go, you might as well. But now it's down to their defense. I don't mind them backing their defense. Thoughts on the Selwyn Cobbo situation? I hope he ends up with the Cowboys. Personally, I think that'd be a decent fit for him. I could see him out of the spotlight up there, still in Queensland though, out of the city, with Dragons being the other option, although I think they might have ruled themselves out. He's still in the Sydney kind of sphere. Get up to Townsville, get away from things, and just focus on footy. I think he could be super destructive. It's still he's just turned 23. Kid's got way too long left in this game, I think, to not become a as there's a penalty to the Panthers, not sort of fulfill that potential. Coco's still there. Redcliffe Dolphins. I don't have an issue so much with that. They're still in the Broncos. Sorry, in the Brisbane. Okay. Yeah, they're still in the Brisbane sphere of media, as I was going to say. Penrith are taking the 2, and I was just processing that as I was talking. What this does is take out the 2-point field goal. It means that Canterbury are going to have to go for a try. It's not the end of the world. To be honest, Canterbury will take a short dropout here. Sorry, a short kickoff once this is kicked over. Yeah, I think if I was a Canterbury player, I'd be pretty happy with this. Lancaster says, Garver's not having an amazing game. He's had good touches, but far from the best. I mean, I don't particularly expect very much from him coming off the bench and playing 20 minutes. If he does that and has good touches, then I'm pretty content, to be honest, with him. Yeah, devastated. The 2-point field goal prediction is out. Dylan Edwards.
Don't miss it. Container, firstly. Shoelace, Renault.
I believe in him.
A clutch.
Is he clutch? Cleary's watching him. He hits it. He's missed it. He's missed it. It bounces. Tracy's got it. Jeez, Liam Martin nearly got it. Liam Martin nearly got the ball. That would have been incredible. It's still alive, ladies and gentlemen. On the 0. Bulldogs. Here we go. They're still coming out of their own end. They're back to where they were before. But damn. This is a very intense game. It is a very intense game. This is one for the purists, the low-scoring ones. He didn't compensate, and that was fundamentally, at the end of the day, the problem. Doggies are on the march here. Hayward out to Galvin. Tracy out the back. Gives it to Montoya eventually. They're up to their own 40. Only on the 3rd. You would think they might be in with a chance here of a 2-point field goal. They're spreading it down to the other side. Nah, didn't make any ground on that. Cat says, how long was the walk? 15 miles. It was actually 500 miles and 500 more. Crichton up to halfway, but it's not close enough to get the 2-point field goal. They're going to give it to Galvin. Hayward gives it now out to Burton. They're going to keep it through the hands. They're going to run it. Tracy out to Sherry. Oh, that's knocked forward by Penrith. Is that knocked forward by Penrith? Oh! Touched by Penrith. Huge. Huge. Okay, we're gonna get a challenge here. What this does is remove the 2-point field goal, basically. What's on report? What's on report here? Oh, that. Do you... Surely you try and kick for goal. You're almost certainly going to get the ball back anyway, just as long as it goes dead. On that angle from behind Toto, it looks like there's contact. On the angle from behind Kiraz, it doesn't really. Is it too long to kick? They're not going to. They're going to try and score a try. I would hazard a guess that it is the lowest scoring game of the season, Luella, but there's still 2 minutes left to go. Clutch moments. What have the Doggies got? They're backing themselves with one attacking set here. Galvin out to Burton, touched by the Dogs. That's that. Well, they'll probably get the ball back, but geez, I thought that was a knockoff from Penrith. Maybe that's a little bit of rugby league gods for the penalty that was given for the high contact. Jeez, that was very anticlimactic actually. I thought we're going to see a whole fresh set here. Jeez, no, it's fair. I'm with Andrew Voss here. I would have tried for the shot. I know how far away it was, but just boot it hard. Because if it goes dead, you're gonna get the 20-meter dropout back most likely anyway, and then you can kick a 2-point field goal. So Canterbury will get the ball back, but not with any good field position here. Tracy goes himself. That's a good point. Andrew Voss has made a lot of good points today. 2-point field goals back in play. They need to make a lot of ground here, though. Bulldogs rob Chickawee. What the actual ever-living hell are you talking about? Every single... At the end of every game, you're just like, the losing team was robbed. They need a couple of big tackles here. They're not keeping it in the center of the field. Crichton's running towards the sideline here. They're too close now. Okay, they're spreading it to the middle. No, don't. Why they're still going for the try? Burton's tackled. Okay, they've got one play here. The 2-point field goal is absolutely out of it. Hayward's got it in the hands of Lockie Galvin. Tracy, Crichton. Oh! It was there. The overlap was there. You saw it. You saw it, and a crisp offload. Montoya had no one in front of him. That would have been the game. Oh, rugby league. This sport where a champion team who've won 4 in a row, consigned to the bottom of the ladder, have just come here and toppled the team that are on top of the table. 8 points to 6, a try each. Who says, yeah, Volandi's ball, yeah, optional. These are 2 incredibly good defensive systems who have come up against each other today, and damn, did they deliver. They delivered in spades. They delivered in droves. And we genuinely did not know who had that game won until the final moment. The final play. What more could you want from a sport? And in the moment of Cleary's charge down, I didn't want to hype it up too much. Because it was, I do know that people gush a little bit over him for everything he does, but it was a huge play in the context of this game. It was what won this game for them. The Canterbury defense never cracked. It didn't crack on their goal line. What cracked was from a charge down. Amazing. Just amazing. The song's loaded. The song's ready to go. It's absolutely ready to go. I'm enjoying playing it in the outro though. So we've only got one game. I'm playing it in the outro. So yeah, damn. Okay, well, I want to say again, thank you to everyone who subscribed during this stream and got me now up well above 7K. We're up to 7K and 3. 10K by the end of the year. That's the goal. We've been fluctuating up and down, achievable, not achievable. We'll see how we go. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be doing both games on Sunday as well. Make sure you see those. But without further ado, I will leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.
Run through the game plan. You're in the finals race. The first up tackle hurts you, and tomorrow you'll be sore. But the only thing that's on your mind is you're close enough to score. Go the mighty Panthers, let's put them to the test. Go the mighty Mountain Men, we're here to beat the best. Yeah, go the mighty Panthers. There's a chance here to be great. Go the mighty Panthers all the way. Here's a dedication and the guts to see it through. There can only be one winner, and you dreamed it could be you. The crowd becomes a blur now, the noise a muted roar. Penrith's broken through the